Hi Twin Flames, Highlight Workers, Lisha and Andy here with another video. Well, I have a new dude today and I'm not sure if I'm going to keep her, but she does make me feel a lot younger. Took off like 20 years it feels like with this new hairstyle. So I'm super excited to have a little change of look today. Thought I would end the summer out with a little bit of a fun look. So I'm still not sure if I'm going to continue with this one, but it's a nice little change for me for right now anyway. So we're going to have fun with it today. And today we're going to talk about, oh, by the way, thank you for all of the comments that you guys have been leaving. For those who have been participating with that, I really appreciate it. And for those of you who have booked Mission Magic coaching sessions, I really thank you for that. And, you know, we've been getting those done and just really enjoying the time together. I feel like it really helps to open people up and allows them to have more peace of mind on their journey, you know, because this journey is hard. People in a celebrity twin flame connection have a lot of difficult things that we have to deal with and face, you know, and so it's hard for us to really understand just what this connection is going to do for us at the time that we start to find out that we are in this connection, right? So it's hard for us to process a lot of the things that are going on. It's hard for us to understand how things are going to line up, how we're going to be together. It's hard for us to understand the steps that it takes to get to union, you know, because they're not always the same as in a normal twin flame relationship or connection. So, you know, we're all on different, it seems like we're all on different paths here, but all the paths lead to the same place, which is home, which is to source, which is to knowing your higher self, to being more of you, you know, knowing more of you, knowing who you are, knowing what your purpose here is on earth and your mission. Okay. So, that's why I really feel like the ones that are going ahead and booking these Mission Magic coaching sessions are really close to coming into communication with their twin flame, and also are very close to, you know, closer to their union. Okay, because they understand that this is necessary. This is a necessary part of being in alignment with who you are and who you came here, what you came here to do. Okay, so I really encourage you, if you haven't, you know, if you've been thinking about it and you haven't done it already, to please book your Mission Magic coaching session. It's by donation. So please check out the testimonials that are on the shorts and also on my Instagram page. I put them there as well so you guys can have a reference. There are also snippets of our card pulls on my Instagram page. I'm starting to do that because I feel like those are helpful to not only you guys, but the general public or the twin flame community as well. So please look out for those. And there is one testimonial that was sent to me by someone that I had a session with this week, and I want to read it because, for one, it's a little bit long, and so I couldn't put it on a post, but I wanted to read it to you guys and also just allow you guys to take note of the things that this particular person is saying in her testimonial, because it could relate to a lot of us. Okay, and so this testimonial is from Elena T, and she says, "Lisha, thank you. After our session, I got on my knees in that little office space I was in and thanked God for your beautiful self and for moving with us during our session. Your presence invites so much calmness and serenity into any given space, much like the crystal amethyst, which means a lot to both of us. It is no wonder to me that we connected over this. I've just found out the word amethyst is Greek, amethystos, which means not intoxicated, which we discussed in our session. Also, you bring an essence of sobriety and clarity to readings, which is no surprise. You provided me with a message in that instant where the guides told you that I received more clarity and connectedness to Source / my higher self with my overall mission / life purpose when I abstain from fleshly desires like alcohol. This resonated with me highly, as alcohol is a deadly substance that has run rampant in my bloodline, and it has only led me down paths of darkness from overconsumption/abuse of it. I pray this testimony aids in anyone else facing a similar giant in their own bloodline that they are battling to cast out. You can and will overcome it. Facing your shadow, facing your own darkness will bring you closer to the light, the very thing, person, or experience you deeply desire. This session was beyond just discussing the insane, incredible phenomena of having a twin flame with massive worldly influence. This was a session of self-identification. Much like them, we are an immense spiritual influence on the reverse side of the world. We mirror our divine counterpart in the spiritual. We are a big deal and worthy of greatness too. Near the end, the card that Lisha was called to pull and show me was the cherry on top. Triple confirmation, deep confirmation. The card said 3 words that only God and I have been discussing between each other in this season in my life. The 3 words I've been saying and writing to strangers on the bus that may find my random notes of encouragement. And here it is being shown to me, for me, to take in and believe. Her card read, I am worthy, by the way, because I don't think that was mentioned here. I am more equipped and energized after my session with Lisha to really understand the mission with myself and my divine masculine twin flame. I am at ease and more confident in myself than I was before our session. I cannot wait to provide updates in real time, but am even more grateful for this present moment, even being physically apart from my divine masculine, as everything is playing out as it should. I understand this now more than ever due to this season, and that isolation plus rest with ourselves/God/source is how we grow and elevate our own vibration. The reality of being in physical union with our divine masculine is in the reality that is vibrating at its highest level, and the only way to match that energy/reality is to simply tap into it, to feel it. You are whole right now. We are never in lack or separation of our divine counterpart. Recognize the symptoms of lack as it disguises itself as anxiety or obsessive thinking. Rebuke it and recalibrate daily if needed. This is what's helped me. And now I have Lisha to thank beyond measure. Thank you for seeing me. Thank you for listening to me and for providing your unique gifts that literally pushed me levels higher in my vibration today. I can write 1,000 more paragraphs. Forever grateful, Elena T. Thank you so much, Elena, for sending me that beautiful testimonial. I'm so happy to have been able to share it with the community here on the channel. And you guys, this is what I'm saying. This is why I feel like it's so important for you to understand where your mission is going to play a big part in you coming into union and even communication with your twin flame, okay? Because there are things that will have to take place, in the meantime, which is what we're going to discuss today. And because of another soul sister on our channel, I was given another topic to be able to talk to you guys about today. But there were actually 2 topics that came from that last video, and I want to address the other one too. And that one was a very good question raised by another new soul sister on our channel. And it was, what if your celebrity twin flame passed away? Okay, and I'm going to deal with that one in another video, probably the next video. Actually, it will be the next video, because I feel like we need to give that one our 100% attention. And I would love to be able to address this for other twin flames as well. But also because of the fact that, when this happens, it doesn't mean that it's the end, okay? So I want you to know that it never means the end if your twin flame passes away. You guys are still connected. But I want to go into more detail and give a full video about that so that you guys can have that to go off of as well for anyone who is in this situation, which there will be others who may have had this happen, okay? And I want to just say I send you guys so much love, because I know it's hard. I know it's hard when you're here and you're like, what am I supposed to do? My twin flame is on the other side. How am I supposed to deal with life? So there is a playlist that you can go to and start learning about what you can do and how you can see your connection from a different perspective. And that is the Lover's Prayer playlist, okay? And that one you can find in the playlist section. It's called Lover's Prayer, and it's a beautiful series on twin flames that haven't met their twin flame yet, and also twin flames who have crossed over, and you're in a connection in either situation. They're very similar, and so this is why I grouped them together in that particular series. But this next video that I'm going to do after this one will be devoted to answering that question, as far as what if your celebrity twin flame passed away. Okay, that will be the next video in our series here. And then if I don't get any more suggestions, then we'll probably close it out there, because this series is getting a lot of videos on it so far. But today we're here to talk about another topic, and that is a very important one that I feel hasn't been addressed as much, and that is the karmic ties. Okay, karmic ties and third-party connections in your celebrity twin flame connection. What do you do? What is it that we're supposed to do when this situation happens, okay, and when it occurs? So thank you to the soul sister who gave me that suggestion. Thank you to the soul sister who gave me the other suggestion. We're going to address those, okay? But today we're talking about karmic ties. And so let's just go over what a karmic tie is, okay? So you know that you have soulmates, you have twin flames, and then you have karmic partners, right? And those are sometimes called third-party connections as well, because they are connections that are designed to teach you a lesson, and they're designed to teach you more about who you are, okay? You will have a karmic connection at some point on this journey, or prior to you being on this journey. And your twin flame also will have karmic connections. This is anyone, that that comes into their life that they might end up with. They might end up marrying this person. They might end up dating this person. They might end up, having a long-term relationship with this person. Okay. Now, karmic connections are different from soulmate connections. Now, the reason I say that is because you can choose to end up being with a soulmate, okay? And this journey, we're all given choices, okay? Just because you discover that you have a twin flame doesn't mean that everyone will choose to be with their twin flame in the end. Some people choose to end up with a soulmate, and that is because soulmates are very similar to the person who is, in the connection with them. And they are, the soulmate is a lot easier to get along with. They are very much, on the same page with a lot of things, but they're not your twin flame, okay? And so this is very important to understand. They are not your twin flame, and your twin flame is your soul, and you are your twin flame, okay? Your twin flame is you, and you are your twin flame. So if you choose not to be in a twin flame connection, when it's all said and done, because you're tired and because you feel like this is not going anywhere, and you just feel frustrated, there are people who choose to, not be on the twin flame journey anymore and choose to settle down with a soulmate, okay? Now, this is a personal choice. It's a very personal choice. You cannot judge someone for choosing to do this. However, when it does happen, it doesn't mean that they're not connected to their twin flame anymore. You can never sever that cord, okay? So this is where it is different. You cannot ever sever the cord or ties with your twin flame. You will always be connected to them. You've been connected to them since the beginning of time. You guys were actually created together. And my angels are hugging me. They're like, yes, these people need to understand what this is all about, okay? So you can never sever the ties with your twin flame, okay? You are one. They are you, you are them. you are the same soul, okay, in two different bodies. And that is why you feel them so strongly. That is why you know what they're thinking, what you dream the same dreams. Very similar types of things are going on in your connections, even though they might be on the other side of the world, even though they might, they're a celebrity, even though they're maybe younger than you, even though they speak a different language or have a different, background or religion from you, they are still your soul. You are still one soul. You're still connected, and you always will be, okay? Now, a soulmate is not your soul. They're not your same soul, okay? They are just compatible with you. And so when people choose to settle for a soulmate, it's because it's an easier route, okay? It doesn't necessarily mean that that they are going to complete their mission, because at that point you've kind of reneged on, the mission. But you do end up living a somewhat decent life, and you can play it out that way if you choose to, okay? No one's going to judge you for that, but at the same time, you may end up coming back and having to do this all over again with your twin flame. My angels were like hugging me. They're like, yeah, if you guys want to know the whole deal, this is what it is. You might have to come back. You might have to reincarnate here and do this all over again. As twin flames, when we do come to the stage that we uncover that we are twin flames, we are at the last stage of this incarnation, okay? And so after this, we don't have to do this anymore if we don't choose to, Of course, when you guys get to the afterlife, you're going to decide what you're going to do, but, you don't have to do this again if you don't want to. You don't have to come back to Earth and do all of this stuff again, okay? So that is your ticket to paradise, okay? So your ticket to paradise is the fact that you now know you are a twin flame, you now know who your twin flame is, and you can complete your mission and then graduate into, the afterlife and be able to go on to paradise and not have to repeat this all over again, okay? Now, karmic partners are completely different from soulmates and from twin flames. They are third-party connections, which are people who come into our lives that teach us very, very valuable lessons. And they teach us lessons about ourselves, okay? They are not really going to know what lessons you're supposed to learn, okay? That's not what they're intended for. They are definitely intended to help you to grow by teaching you who you are, but they don't necessarily know that that's what they're here for, okay? They are still unawakened for the most part, Some of them might be spiritual, but for the most part, they're not really, awakened to what the whole spiritual connection, especially with a twin flame, is, okay? And if they do know what a twin flame is, then they definitely are not going to help you try to get with your twin flame, okay? Because for the most part, karmic connections are just what it says, karmic connections. So, they're there to be like an irritant for you until you wake up and realize this isn't working. I know who I am now. I need to move on because I know who I am, okay? So it's very important for you to realize that they do serve a purpose, and everyone will have these connections at some point on their journey. But you will also have a contract with this karmic partner that will eventually come to an end, okay? So when we're talking about your twin flame being in a karmic connection, you need to understand that they are necessary, okay? They're necessary not only for your twin flame, but you're going to have them too. So they're necessary for you as well. They're necessary for your twin flame's growth, and they're necessary for your growth, okay? They are here to teach them valuable lessons, okay? So here's what I feel like happens, okay? We start to understand that we're twin flames. We start to research the journey. We look for things. We look for tarot readers. We look for information on this journey. We start to learn more about it. And then we run into our twin flame on social media, and then we start seeing posts of them with someone else, okay? Because we have access to their lives, because they're kind of putting it out there on display for the whole world, we end up getting the advantage of knowing who they're with. Does this mean that they're going to end up, staying with this person for the rest of their lives? No. Okay. What it means is that this person is a karmic connection that they have to fulfill their lessons with. Okay. The karmic connection is there to teach them valuable lessons. What does that mean for you? It means that you have to get to a point where you can show them love also. The karmic partner, yes. You have to get to a point where you can show them love also, or at least be thankful for them because they're preparing your twin flame for you. Okay? So you can't judge them, you can't hate them, you can't wish bad things on them, you can't start trying to do spells and cast spells on them so they can get out of their life. I tell you what, if you try doing all of that, you can do it, you can try it, but it's only going to backfire on you and it's going to delay your twin flame union even more, okay? So any ill will you wish upon anyone else on this journey is just going to backfire on you. Okay, that's what I feel like a lot of people don't realize. They get into all of this black magic and spells and witchcraft and the things that are, when I say witchcraft, I'm talking about doing things that are dark to people, not there are good witches and there are bad witches. Okay, there are people who are here to bring more goodness into this world and light, and they are light witches, but there are also dark witches who cause more harm than good. Okay, and so there are people that will dabble in this, okay, that will go to the other side just to try to figure out ways for the karmic partner to get away from their twin flame. There's a lot of people on Instagram, there's a lot of people on these YouTube channels who are seeking out the desperate ones, okay? And do not be a desperate one, please. Do not be a desperate one and fall for these scams that are out there, these people that are trying to get you to pay for spells, to pay for, a lot of these things that are there to harm your twin flame and make them change their mind, about who they're with, because that's going to prolong your union too. Why? Because they won't learn the lesson that they're needing to learn with this karmic partner, and they'll come to you raggedy. Okay, so, and I say raggedy because it's going to be raggedy. Okay, it's going to be so raggedy you will not even stay together because you'll go into another separation because your twin flame is not healed, and you already are going to be dealing with, their darkness when they come to you for the first time as after they've, started getting into their dark night of the soul. You're going to have to deal with that already. You don't want to deal with that plus, them not being healed to the point whereas they're just toxic, okay? Because if that happens, then you're going to go back in a loop again. And then your toxic loop is going to be worse than trying to figure out how you can both heal on this journey together, okay? Because you can't do that if one of you guys hasn't learned how to love yourself. And that's the main point of this journey, is to learn to love yourself, to learn how to be your best version of yourself. And no one can do that if they're under black magic or if they're under their spells. You can't be your best version of yourself if you're basically being lured into doing things, based on someone else's control of your energy. Okay, so don't allow that to happen. Okay, don't allow that for you, and don't allow that for your twin flame. Okay, I've witnessed it. I've had experiences with people trying to do black magic on me, and I know that it always, makes things worse in the connection, can causes confusion and doubt. And so you guys really need to be careful when you deal with people as far as who's on the internet, who's trying to solicit your attention on Instagram or on YouTube or wherever you are on the social media, on this web, because they can try to find things that will make things more harmful in your journey, okay? They will try to solicit you to pay for things that will be more harmful to you on your journey, okay? So, yes, you need to get to a point where you can show them love, your twin flame's karmic partner or third party. And it's not always a person, okay? Sometimes your twin flame, especially if they're a celebrity, can have a karmic tie with their management, with their agents, with their job even. They could be under contract, which doesn't allow them to do certain things to get close to you. I've had a lot of dealings with that, okay? So your celebrity twin flame may have other ties that prevent you from being together right now. And it's up to them to recognize those ties and to be able to overcome whatever is keeping them from being able to be with you, okay? It's not something that you have to do. They have to learn how to cut those ties on their own. Okay, this is all a part of growing up on this spiritual journey. It's all a part of growing into loving yourself, because if they don't love themselves enough to learn that they're under control or manipulation, based on their contracts or based on them not being fairly treated or having people around them that are just using them, because they are a brand, they are a product. Most of these celebrities, they're not even allowed to be themselves truly. They're a product or a brand. And so they cannot be where they want to be all the time or do what they want to do because of that. They cannot even always show their face because of that. So this is some of the difficulties that we have to deal with on this journey that make it much harder for us to come into contact with them. And so, knowing this as a twin flame, that is a non-celebrity, you're going to have to be more patient with your twin flame, okay? And so if you don't have patience, if you don't have, love and compassion in your heart for what they're going through, because they are going through something very big as well, not just you, so if you don't have that compassion for them, then more than likely you're going to repel them away from you, rather than pulling them in by loving yourself, by raising your vibration, by doing all of those other things in the previous videos that I've talked about, okay? All right, so you guys understand. You have to get to a point where you can show love for your twin flames karmic partner, and that means from a distance, okay? You don't have to be buddy, friend up with them or anything like that. But you do have to understand who they are. Some of you guys will be connecting with them on the 5D as well, because they will be, like I said, soul teachers for your twin flame. And if they do have any type of spiritual connection with Source, they may also be able to connect with you on the 5D. Okay, so that has been also something that I've learned and discovered. So some of you guys are mediums who can access people who have crossed over. And if you do have that kind of a gift, it's also very important for you to realize what your mission is. That could involve people who have crossed over, and you may be able to connect with your twin flames ancestors or people who have crossed over on your twin flame side, and their family. Okay, so there could be people coming to you that are connected with your twin flame because they've crossed over, and they could be helping you out if you're able to connect with with that type of, if you're a medium, and if you're able to do that, that's going to be a blessing for you, because it's one of your gifts. Okay, there's so many different gifts that I've been learning that people have on this twin flame journey that is beautiful. And this is what we're discovering in your mission magic coaching sessions. Okay, so that's why it's also important for you to book them, because it really does make a difference when and you get confirmation on what it is that you are able to do to help heal the planet, to help guide your own self throughout your journey. Okay, so that was point A. Point B is know that the third party connections will end at some point. Okay, so instead of mulling over this, instead of trying to be always on their Instagram or on their social media trying to find pictures of them with their karmic partner or their third party connection, you should not be trying to do that. Okay, you should not be trying to seek out every little detail about where they've been, what they're doing, especially if they're married, especially if they're if they're in a relationship, because it's just going to make you more frustrated and more full of doubt as far as who you are in this connection. But really what it is that you should be trying to figure out more about who you are, based on having this time now that that they're with someone, to learn more about yourself. Okay, and you should know in the back of your mind that this is going to end. Because why? Because the twin flames karmic partner is not you. Okay, they're not the same soul. They're not your divine counterpart. Okay, they're not the divine counterpart of your twin flame. No matter what is being said on the outside in the 3D world, always connect with your twin flame in the 5D, because they will tell you who you are to them. They will always tell you in the 5D how much they love you. They will always tell you in the 5D that they're going to be there for you and come for you when the time is right, in divine timing. Okay, if you keep focusing on the 3D world, you're going to start going crazy. You're going to lose your marbles. Okay, so realize that it's very important for you to know that this will end. But how is it going to end? Once the contract is up and once the lesson is learned. Okay? Once that happens, things will naturally fall apart. Okay? They will start not getting along. No matter what is showing on the outside in the 3D world, you're going to detect unhappiness in them, and the things that they do in their art. There may be dark things that come through in their artwork. There may be dark things that start to creep up, in the relationship. They may be in the tabloids a lot, or they may be, having a lot of things that are happening that make, them make you want to cringe, when you hear about it. But that's not for you to worry about either. You're just going to have to focus on your mission, focus on loving yourself, and understand that this will come, this too shall pass, okay? This too shall pass. Their karmic partners' relationships will dissolve once they've learned their lesson. And it's not up to you to know when that will be or how it can come about, because it's totally based on what's happening on their end. You don't want to dip and dabble in their, drama, okay? You do not want that. Their karmic partner is going to create the drama that is necessary to spiral them into the light, okay? So that's why it's a beautiful thing. It's like, what do you call when you have, the shadow side, okay? That's like the shadow side enacted, enacted in the physical world right there. That's basically their shadow side, showing them their shadow side, okay? And so whatever they were drawn to each other for, whatever reasons they got together in the first place, for whatever darkness, for whatever, brought them together, your swivel up pretty twin flame has to figure out what it is in their shadow side that causes them to be attracted to this person. That, especially if it's toxic, they have to learn that on their own, okay? And you can't teach them that, and you don't want to teach them that, because you don't need to be in that drama, as a light worker, as someone who is here to elevate and raise the vibration of the planet. You are paving the way for your twin flame to learn that this is what they're going to be doing as well with you in the future. So you don't want to focus on the darkness. Once you've already gone through your spiritual awakening, you've had your dark night of the soul, you don't need to be trying to pull in anyone else's darkness into your world, okay? You need to focus on you, focus on raising your vibration, elevating and becoming your highest version of yourself, learn what makes you beautiful, learn what makes you beautiful and what makes you shine inside, and that causes people to come up to you and ask you what makes you so happy today. Why are you smiling today? You don't want to go day in and day out with all of this negativity and taking on all this darkness and drama from your twin flames, celebrity twin flame situation that causes you to go to work every day feeling, depressed or down. If you're doing that, you're not raising your vibration for sure, for one thing, and you're also not getting closer to being in, a state of surrender and self-love, okay? And that's the stage where you're really close, because you're in a state of surrender where you give everything to Father, Mama, and Source, and you allow everything to work through the angels, through their spirit guides, because they have them. Your twin flame has spirit guides too, just like you do, that are guiding them every day, okay? That are showing them ways to get out of the connection that they're in, to love themselves more. They will have other people coming to their rescue as well, that are soul family for them. There are soul connections that they will have, people who are there to help guide them in the physical, that will give them advice, that will, come along their pathway while they're, out and about or doing what they do, or at at one of their shows. There will be witnesses or angels that'll come to them and talk to them, because we all need that, right? We all need that interaction from our spirit guides and angels. And sometimes, like I told you in one of the previous videos, they will manifest and come to us in the form of someone who they, will be able to interact with us on a physical level. All right. So that contract will end once the lesson is learned, okay? And things will fall apart. And then you will still have to give them time to come to the conclusion on their own as to who they are, because it doesn't just stop right there, okay? Their healing doesn't just stop because they let go of the karmic partner. they still have to go through a period of self-discovery, and that could require for them to be in hermit mode, okay? Oh, angels are like, go girl, you go girl. So your twin flame, celebrity twin flame or regular twin flame in connections, either one, your divine masculine, once they are free from their karmic ties, okay, and their third-party connections, once they've broken free, okay, go to the Break Free playlist, because that one's going to be good. And I know, okay, I know there are some divine masculines watching this channel, and there are some celebrities watching this channel, okay? So you guys are here, and we thank you for being here, because you're learning this stuff in secret. We know this, okay? But we want you to be comfortable here as well. And so the Break Free playlist is a wonderful playlist for anyone on this journey who is a celebrity or a non-celebrity, who is going up this mountain we call life and trying to figure out where it is that they are, where they stand. You know, it's a beautiful, beautiful playlist and series for you to go and check out, okay? So go and check that out when you have time. But what I was trying to say is that, yes, things will fall apart as they're supposed to. And then your twin flame will need to be in hermit mode for a while, okay? And that might mean that you're not speaking with one another. And even if you do cause them to go into the separation with their karmic partner and divorce them or whatever because of the fact that they meet you, okay, you may go through another separation or a separation for initial separation because of the fact that now that they know who you are, they might feel like they need time to get themselves together before they come to you, okay? Which is what happened in my situation. I met my twin flame online, and then, all of a sudden I was ghosted for 4 years. And it took that long period of time for not only him, but for me to heal and do the work that I needed to do in order to come to grips with who I am as a spiritual person, to be able to create this channel for you guys, okay? To get to all that, I needed to go through all of that darkness on my own. I needed to sort through all of those things that I hadn't dealt with on my own. And that's what you need to do too. And you and your twin flame are going to be doing that individually while you're in separation, okay? So, and what did I say in the other video? I said also that if your karmic partner, if your celebrity twin flame or your twin flame is in a karmic partner connection or third-party connection, more than likely you are too, okay? That was another point. I forgot which one it is, but it's on here, okay? So if they're in a karmic connection, then you are more than likely in one too. And that's all the more reason why you cannot judge them or criticize them for being with someone else. You're in a connection too that's karmic, and that you're getting you're getting taught lessons from, and you're having to end your contract with your karmic connection as well. Eventually you will do that. Eventually things will fall apart for you once you've learned the lesson naturally, okay? That things will fall apart naturally once you've learned the lesson, which is exactly what happened with me. And I was able to leave, peacefully, because I've already learned the lesson and I was at peace when I left, okay? If you try to leave in a rush or, before the lessons have been learned, you will be distraught, you will not be at peace, and you will go and spiral down, okay? So don't let that happen. Learn the lessons that you need to learn from your karmic partner, whatever that may be, and only you will know what lessons that are being taught to you, specifically you and your spirit team, okay? Anytime you guys have questions about what's going on, and why are you in this situation, talk to your angels, talk to your spirit team. They're hugging me again. They want you to call on them. Call on Archangel Michael, call on Archangel Gabriel, call on Archangel Raphael if you need healing. Call on Archangel Samuel if you feel like you've lost something that you need to retrieve in your your spiritual gifts. Call on them. They are here to help you. They want to help you, and they will guide you to know the answers to what you're seeking, okay? They will guide you to whatever answers you're looking for, okay? Learn who your angels are. Learn who the power angels are. I was going to say Power Rangers, but learn who your power angels are, and start getting connected with them, because they're going to help you with your mission as well, okay? So point C is And this is the last point. And then we're going to go pull the cards, okay, from our 2 different decks that we have now. So they are soul teachers. Your twin flames karmic connection. They are soul teachers for your twin flame, but they're also learning lessons from your twin as well. Okay, so it's not just a one-sided thing. Okay, it's not like these people come into their lives and then they just are there to just be irritants and not and not have any type of lesson of their own. They also have lessons of their own that they're learning, for whatever path that they're on, whatever journey that they're going to eventually end up on. Okay, maybe some of them are twin flames, but not necessarily all of them will be, but they will definitely learn from your twin flame. Okay, from your celebrity twin flame, they will be learning things as well about themselves that they need to learn in order to grow. All of this is about growth. Okay, all of this journey that we're on, all of this unconditional love that we're learning how to bring in and to embrace in ourselves is here for others as well. Your twin flame is no different. They are bringing in unconditional love the more they love themselves, which will affect the people around them as well. Why would you want to cut that, short? Why would you want to stop that from happening? Prevent someone else from being able to experience unconditional love in whatever way they may have it. That might be the only person in their life that they get unconditional love from. Okay, so you're not just special because you are awakened. Your twin flame is also special because they're going to be learning lessons that are valuable, that are helping them to love themselves so that they can also love others as well. Okay, it's a beautiful journey because of the fact that everybody wins on this journey. Everybody wins in the end because your family connections will go stronger. They will learn from you. They will learn how to love themselves through you. Through seeing you love yourself, they learn to love themselves too. And such is the same with the karmic partner. Okay, such is the same with your karmic partner. You're teaching them lessons as well on how to love themselves because they see you growing every day. They see you. It is painful though when they see you growing apart from them, yes, but at the same time they will feel threatened and they may lash out, they may react, but in the end they're going to be able to see the light in you, and then they're going to be able to understand that you're here for a bigger purpose, and they won't feel as bad about letting you go. Okay, which that will be their own lesson to learn as how to let go of you. And your celebrity twin flames karmic partner's lesson will be learning how to let go of them. Okay, it's not easy, but it can be done, and that's what we're here to teach, is that these things can be done through unconditional love. You don't have to leave people distraught and ready to take their own lives because you cut things off in such a way whereas it causes damage. Okay, you don't need to do that to anyone, but you will be instrumental at getting people help when they need it, because you will know what to do through your spirit guides and angels that'll help guide you as to what advice and what necessary steps you need to take to help someone in that process when you guys are finally learning how to leave one another. Okay, so there are definitely karmic ties that will be pushing and pulling, tugging, not wanting to let go. Okay, that will happen in certain situations. They will fight not to let you go, but the lesson will be, how strong are you to be able to love yourself enough to go and move forward in peace, okay, without hating them, without bringing any negativity to them in their lives, okay, with being compassionate enough to get them the help that they need. Okay, I feel that's a beautiful thing when you grow up enough to know when it's something beneficial for you to do for someone else. Okay, and allow them to love them and love them and leave them in such a way whereas they're not distraught. You love them in a way whereas they can heal from whatever situation by getting them to the right help. Okay, that's a very important thing that we're here to do as light workers. Also, we're never here to leave people in dire straits or to cause them to be at a point where they're breaking down. Now things will happen, okay, that are not in your control once they've gone their separate way. But while you're trying to, separate from them, if there's something that you can do that Spirit is calling you to do to help them, then you should do that. Okay, so just know that too. It gets very deep, you guys. You're playing with people's lives here when when you don't help them with unconditional love. Okay, so be aware that whatever decision you make, you need to be totally spiritual about it, and help and ask your spirit guides for help when dealing with people, especially toxic people who are borderline, or who have issues, mental issues especially. Okay, because none of us is exempt from having these types of things happen in our lives, where in the past we've all went through that. We've all had those mental breakdowns. We've all gone through it. We don't want to be left for with people who don't care about us. We don't want to be left in situations like that. So you shouldn't leave anyone else in that kind of situation either. Okay, so you're their soul teacher, okay, as well. So but allow things to fall apart in a way where it's natural, it's peaceful, it's at least somewhat peaceful with you, if not with them, because you won't always be able to control whatever they think or feel, but you will be able to understand what's best for you, and you'll be able to cut that tie when the time comes, without causing any further damage. Okay, so going back to point C, they are soul teachers as well as you are a soul teacher, but they are also learning lessons from your twin. Everyone, here's a good point that I wanted to make. Everyone was a karmic partner to someone at one time. Okay, that includes us. Okay, that's what I've been really talking about. So be compassionate, have mercy on people who are in your life that you've made ties with, you've made connections with, you've married, or you've got into long-term relationships with. You've signed all the paperwork, you've done all these things. It's still a sacred thing until you learn who you are and you start to understand how to come out of it with grace. Okay, don't just cut it off in such a way whereas it leaves you bad karma. Okay, because then you'll have another situation that'll come through that you'll have to deal with. All right, so I hope you guys understand all of that, what I've been saying. I hope it helps you. We've all been there before. We've all been karmic partners to someone else, as well as if our celebrity twin flame is in a karmic situation, we're having something to let go of too. Okay, that's another big thing. If your celebrity twin flame is in a karmic situation, there's something that you also have held on to that you need to let go of. Oh, that was the other thing. Okay, I have another page that I forgot about right here. Okay, so point D, the best way to deal with a karmic partner in your twin flame's life is to work on your mission and cut ties with anyone who you are still connected to who is no longer serving your highest good. Okay, because there's someone or something or some habit that you still have that you're hanging on to that is not serving your highest good, that you need to let go of too. Karmic, like I said, karmic ties are not just people. They could be habits, they could be addictions, they could be locations. Even if you are so connected to a location and spirit keeps telling you to move somewhere and you don't do it, you're missing out on something. Okay, so you're not heeding the warnings, you're not going to where you need to go, to where you might eventually meet your twin flame. All right, so hey, the angels are really talking through me today, so I hope y'all are listening. If they are in a karmic connection, more than likely you are too, just what I just explained, and there's something that you haven't let go of yet fully. Okay, karmic ties don't go away just because you break up or get a divorce. You still have to heal once you've separated from the karmic partner. Okay, and that is why your celebrity twin flame will need to be in hermit mode for a while. And that depends on, the amount of time depends all on them. Okay, but and you will too. You'll need to do that so you can heal on your journey, so that you can grow into your spiritual gifts and into more of your mission. You need to learn how to practice raising your vibration. All this doesn't just come overnight, you guys. That's why this journey takes a while, because you're learning so many different valuable lessons and gifts and ways of learning to do this thing called life that'll help benefit you. You're learning to cleanse your chakras. You're learning what an energy field is. You're learning how to eat healthier. You gotta take time to do all these things. It's no different for your celebrity twin flame, okay? All right, let's pull a card because I feel like everything is just, you know, coming along very smoothly. I'm very happy with how this series has turned out, you guys. I'm super excited. Please give this video a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Tell your other twin flame friends about it. If there are people in a celebrity connection, a celebrity twin flame connection that you know of, turn them onto this channel, you know. If you are a celebrity, let your friends know about this channel because they can benefit from it too if they're looking for love, okay. More than likely, there's someone out there for them, and the way they can find them is by healing, okay. This twin flame journey is all about healing. And so, you know, this channel is all about healing. And everything that's on here is meant to help you guys heal, no matter if you're a twin flame or not. And that's why I love when people come on here, you know, that are just curious about what this channel is about. And they're like, what is this? You know, it's so funny because I told you guys I'm going to give you another surprise once we hit 200 subscribers. And the funny part is every day I get new subscribers, and every other day I lose one or two. So I feel like people are probably like, what is this girl talking about? And who is she? And why is she, you know, talking about all this twin flame stuff? You know, twin flame, the twin flame connection and the twin flame journey and phenomena is still very much taboo for a lot of people. And there are people that don't believe. So, you know, I'm not surprised when they get on the channel because they've listened to one of my shorts or they've heard me sing something, and then they're like, oh, let me see what else she's got on her content. And then they're like, what? You know, but then they end up leaving. You know, it's no surprise to me. Or someone might not agree with my way of putting things, you know. You know, that's not for me to judge. But, you know, I continue because I know that Spirit is leading me to be here for you guys, to help you guys through this. And I do know that I'm going to be continuing this work even when I'm in union with my twin flame. So, and we will be doing these things together. So I'm super excited about that too. When the time comes, you know, you guys will know. I mean, I know we're all on here. We all go like hush hush about who our celebrity twin flame is, but once the time comes, you will know. And the same thing when you get with your twin flame, there will be a time when you're going to want to share it with the world, okay? Because that's what we're here to do as well. We're here to allow others to see this harmony, this union, because it is bringing more unconditional love into the planet, okay? Thank you, angels. I love my angels. I'm just like super excited because I get super excited just giving you guys these messages. And it's hot. It's hot up in here, okay? I got my fan on still, but I can't really feel it. And maybe it's my twin flame who's, you know, tuning in with me right now, or he's probably out doing something that, you know, is causing me to be really hot right now. And a lot of times that's going to be the case too. So y'all know. But he's probably either watching me from a distance or doing something. I don't know. But y'all know how it is. And maybe when I'll do a video on that too, about, you know, the intimacy, the connection. I feel like I haven't touched on that very much as far as the, you know, the little naughty tidbits that we want to talk about as far as what goes on in this journey too, right? You guys want to hear about that? Okay, we'll do it. We'll do it in another video because it is really something. It's really something, okay? Okay, there's our card. All right. Okay, there's the first card for our Raise Your Vibration Oracle. Woo. All right. Oh, yes. So let's go get on into the card. This one says, I didn't even read it. Your sensitivity is a gift, okay? Your sensitivity is a gift. I love this card. Look at that, how beautiful it is. You definitely got some sand vibes here. You got a starfish. You've got some seashells or pearls, looks like pearls entwined there, and a seahorse, okay? And it's giving me beach vibes, okay? And that's kind of like how I've been feeling lately. I need to go to the beach. I'm probably going to go tomorrow. But yeah, this is definitely giving me beach vibes. And, you know, starfish are important too. I would have to look that up as to what it means, as to what starfish mean, and what seahorses mean, you know, on as far as spirit animals are concerned. But I always have loved starfish and seahorses. And I'm a very, you know, beachy person. You guys know I love to be at the beach. So this is a beautiful card. And but let's read what the guidebook says on this. And we're all sensitive beings, you know, we're all sensitive beings. And that's what I love about it, is that, you know, on this journey, you learn that you are sensitive. You learn that you do have the ability to be vulnerable, you know, you know, especially with your twin flame. But that is the place where it's going to be the most safe for you to be vulnerable, okay? And so, but getting to that point is very difficult, especially when we're going day in and day out, having to protect our energy, having to learn how to, you know, cleanse our energy. We just talked about in the last video, you know, how we needed to allow ourselves to, you know, clear our aura energy fields, you know. And yes, it's a very difficult process. You know, we have to learn how to do that, and not always will we get it right. But when we are starting to learn how to do it regularly and be consistent with it, it's going to make such a huge difference in your energy levels and their ability to be able to, you know, to start helping others. Because you really can't help others if your energy field is getting constantly bombarded with darkness and you aren't able to, you know, ward that off, okay? So your job right now is to learn how to do that, how to do all of this so that you can end up helping others, okay? Your sensitivity is a gift. You are a sensitive being. You may not recognize it, but ever since you were young, you've been developing a unique sense of awareness that allows you to feel how others feel, connect through emotion, and let your own feelings flow. In every space you are in, you are perceiving energies beyond regular human perception, okay? I'm telling you, that's why this journey is something, because you're dealing with all of this. Look, we're dealing with all of this. You can't expect to rush from point A to point Z, okay? You got several things that you have to learn in between the time that you wake up as a twin flame and the time you're in union, okay? So don't try to rush it, because you're on the right path. You're doing exactly what you need to be doing by seeking the help that you need. And give yourself a pat on the back now for even taking the time to seek the help that you need, because that is a big step. Whenever you do that, always celebrate. Those are wins, okay? When you can celebrate, you know, raising your vibration, learning to turn things around when you're in a negative vibe and you start learning how to lift it, you know. When you transmute that dark energy into something positive, you start working out because you feel, you know, frustrated about something that's going on in your life, and you use that. When you transmute that and start doing things like working out, eating better, focusing on your mission, you're really doing yourself a huge service, okay? So always congratulate yourself, and always, you know, celebrate those little victories, okay? For many years, this has set you apart from others. You may have heard people tell you that you are too sensitive, and the overwhelm of how you feel has seemed like a curse. But your sensitivity is a gift. Through the feelings you have endured and the emotions you have felt, you have come to understand your own unique needs. You know yourself, and you've learned how to overcome huge challenges. Through this healing journey, you've uncovered the gifts you were born to share. You guys, get into that Mission Magic coaching session. You would never be where you are or who you are without your sensitivity. Therefore, it is a true gift, and today the universe is inviting you to see this. Vibe of the day: my gifts are the gifts of my sensitivity. Beautiful, very beautiful. All right, you guys, that was your Raise Your Vibration card. Now I'm going to pull a card from my new Celebrity Twin Flame Connection deck, and we're going to see what messages Spirit has for us. Again, take it as it resonates. It's going to be a message for someone on the channel. Okay? It may not be for everybody, but it'll be for somebody. Okay? Again, these messages are very mixed, as far as some of them are deep and some of them are lighthearted. We're going to see what Spirit has for us today, and we're going to, take it how it resonates. All right? Thank you, guys. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Father Mama. Okay, I love to talk to Father Mama, and you guys will start to see that more and more. I do it all the time, I do it all the time. I talk to my angels all the time. Even at work, I talk to them. And, my spirit babies, I talk to them. And there's just so much beauty that I feel when I'm interacting with, the 5D realm. And with my twin flame too, because I talk to my twin flame, and I'm starting to talk more to my twin flame on the 5D because, okay, sometimes the 3D just ain't be working, okay? So the 3D might not be working like we want it to, right? So you got to talk to them in the 5D. And that's where you will find all the love that they have for you. That's where you will find a lot of the answers to what's going on with your connection. When you finally get into connection and communication with your twin flame, that's what's going to help you not go, get angry and frustrated too much on this at that point, because there will be things that they need to go through because they're going through their dark night of the soul, or they just haven't awakened fully to the journey yet, and they still could be in situations that limit them as to how much communication and connection and contact they can have with you. So you're going to have to be patient, and in order for you to do that and keep your senses together, you need to start working on strengthening your 5D connection with them. And that goes for even while they're in karmic connections as well, okay? So that is important for you to know too. In this particular video, is that when you connect with your twin flame on the 5D, you will always figure out, here's their card. Oh, I got two. Let me put one back. You will always figure out more about who they are to you and what they truly feel for you, okay? So we're going to see what this card says. Okay, I'm laughing because this is funny. Everybody's probably going to win on this one too. The card says, someone told me about you, and now I am curious about you. Okay. So that is a message for someone. You might have a twin flame that is a celebrity twin flame that is looking at your Instagram, okay, already checking you out. Maybe they've run across your YouTube channel. Like I said, there are different things that will attract your twin flame to you, okay? You won't always know what it is because they're secretly looking at it from a distance, okay? And sometimes they might be checking it out for a while, like for months, before they actually approach you, okay? So so another thing is that someone could actually pass your Instagram or social media account to them and say, hey, check this person out. Or someone might have seen you somewhere and told you twin flame about you. Maybe they saw you at a concert or a game or someplace where you have interacted with them, an after party, so yeah, it happens like that, okay? So just know that the more you put yourself out there, the more chances this is going to happen, okay? Someone told me about you, and now I'm curious about you. That's such a sweet card because it shows that they're tuning in, okay? They're connecting with you. That's a message for somebody. And I hope that you guys, if you do have these synchronicities or confirmations, that you'll let me know in the comments, because I love to hear that. I've had so many confirmations this week that have been motivating me. That's why I'm on here again so soon, because I've been motivated by a lot of the things that Spirit is showing me through my Mission Magic coaching sessions with you guys, through the videos and the comments that you're leaving me. All of this helps me, give me motivation to continue. I thank you so much. I love you so much. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.